Welcome to Red Fracture TV. As always, I'm your host, Sean Chappell. This week, I thought I'd deviate a little from the usual format of going over the events of the past week, and I'd engage in a quick rundown of some of the things that have changed in my life since I started running Red Fracture full-time as a business. Some changes have been dramatic, while others have been slow and steady, but they're all interesting and worth noting, and some of them you might be able to relate to. Make a note in the comments below if you've experienced these yourself. And here we go. I'm not eating nearly as much as I used to. Now that I'm on my own schedule, I don't have designated breakfast, lunch, or dinner times, nor are my break times standardized. I eat what I want, when I want, and ultimately, it's led to me eating a lot less. I'm also not as active and don't need the calories. This has put a serious dent in our weekly food bill, which can be anywhere from $20 to $60 lighter, depending on the week. I used to spend $60 every 6 to 7 days while commuting back and forth to Elmira. Now that I'm working from home, I only drive 3 or 4 times a week, and most of that is in town. I've gone 3 weeks without having to fill up. I'm saving the environment. Don't do it. Don't miss it. Has gone through the roof. Now that I'm not desensitized by my non-existent daily commute. I'm trying to keep my judgmentalism under control, but I find that every time I leave the house, I'm always on a mission, and people are holding me up constantly, whether they really are or not. I'm working on it. Haven't sustained one cut or burn since I stopped being a full-time fabricator. I can't say I mind. My hands are my lifeblood. Without them, I'm done for. As head of the Health and Safety Committee, I reiterated this sentiment to all the boys at work, often, in an effort to get them to remember to wear gloves and to look out for crushing or mechanical hazards on the job. After 20 years, my hands are a roadmap of scars. I don't need any more. I can play with cats anytime I like. This here is Siren. Side benefit of being at home all the time, you get to spend all your time with your family. Woo! Now that I'm home all the time, I must admit that there has been a little friction between Kitty and I. This house used to be all hers all the time, and now she has to share. Sometimes she needs to focus, but I won't let her. Sometimes those roles are reversed. I've often wanted to hang doors in my workspace so I can close out distractions, but I'm getting good at putting on headphones and tuning them out. Eventually, I plan to build a new 2-car garage with a professional studio above it. Solitude is an important part of what both of us do. We're working things out, finding a rhythm. We'll get there. Our bills really haven't changed all that much. You'd think with me being home all the time, electricity and water bills would have gone up, but other activities that we no longer engage in have balanced out my use of the utilities. For instance, I no longer have a pile of work clothes by the end of the week that need washing. This means 2 loads of laundry no longer need to be washed. Less water, less electricity. Détente. I work a lot more hours than I ever did at my day job now that I'm working for myself. It has to do in part with the frenetic nature of what I'm trying to accomplish at the moment. The fact that I'm no longer losing a whole day's worth of working hours to commuting, and that I'm no longer bagged from being physically active like a manic asshole anymore. It's amazing just how little you get accomplished when you're physically exhausted. Not so anymore. I used to suffer what Kitty and I affectionately call the bonk. I'd just slump, my energy gone. That doesn't happen much anymore, so I'm taking advantage of the extra boost and working twice as hard at Red Fracture. I'm finally getting lots. It's making a huge difference, too. Sometimes I still wake up feeling tired. Sometimes I have to work hard to shake off the grogginess. But most days, I'm chipper and ready to go. It's been an amazing feeling. I'd say my overall happiness has increased. I'm able to tackle projects that are highly personal. I can eat what I want when I want. I can break to tussle with one or both of my cats. Kitty and I can choose to go to the movies on any given afternoon. I can stay up until midnight working if I choose. I can sleep in if I need to, although I don't often. Happiness is an important part of life, and one change in my life is helping me to cultivate it every day. It's nice. No entrepreneurial advice this week. Get your long weekend started. I've got a honey bomb play session to roll along to. For now, that is all. Thanks for watching.